Josh Awotunde. He is your 2025 U.S. Men's Shot Put gold medalist. Oh my gosh, Josh, I've been following your career since high school when you're competing at the pen relays in the discus. It's been a long road. Josh, how you feel right now?
I feel good, man. It's starting to set in a little bit. I've been coming out to this comp. I've been coming to Eugene for over 10 years now. So I know this ring, I know this stadium. I damn near know this city like the back of my hand. It's kind of cool when it pays out. You know, I left this stadium in tears when I was a kid before. You know, really want to be at the top of the leaderboard. Couldn't do it back then, but that's just a testament to putting your time and staying patient. And then, you know, your day is going to come at some point. So, yeah, I feel great.
Walk me through that throw. You've had a few struggles the last few years with injuries. Bouncing back, you were the bronze medalist in 2022. But you hit a personal best there. Returned 3 years later, hit another personal best. Walk me through what was going through your mind before that big throw.
Man, so at the start of the finals, I try to take myself outside of the competition and just like be in my own mind. You know what I'm saying? In terms of just technique, you know, sometimes I'm out looking at everybody, you know, talking, but it's like at some point you just gotta hone in and like set your intentions of what you want to accomplish when you get back in the ring. So at the start of the finals, I really decided I'm going to be patient as I can be with my shoulders. Just try and push my right off the ground, stay wide. And that ended up being my best throw, 21-29 or 21-25. And I was like, okay, that seemed to work. Let's see if I can do it again. So round 5 came around, tried the same thing, patient shoulders, push off the right, stay wide, 21-53, and I felt I missed it off my hand. I've been missing my throws all year. It's kind of crazy. You know, I threw 21-43, 21-40. I haven't felt connected on a single throw with the 16 all year. You know, I've been asking everybody, how the hell can I get my connection back? It just takes patience, and I've been seeing good throws. I saw good throws with the 18, saw good throws with the 14, and then round 6, it just happened to all come together. I was patient enough in the middle, and I was able to stay behind the shot, get that right hip through, and I tagged it, man. So, yeah, it's crazy. It all just came together at the right point.
How would you describe the feeling when you saw that number pop up? Well, I mean, you probably even saw it throw over the line. What was your feeling when you realized what you've done?
Yo, all the kids out there, don't look at your throws. I didn't have a clue of where it landed. I didn't have a single clue. I just knew it felt good, and I was like, okay, I think it landed over the line, but I just felt a crazy finish, got over the toe board, and I was like, wow, I saved it, and I stayed in. But, yeah, just patience, got over the toe board really nice, saved the throw, and seeing it go over the line, seeing the result, that's when I got freaking excited because I thought it was maybe 22-10, 22-11. My PR is 22-29. I was like, it could be a PR. I mean, my training numbers are indicating that it's going to be a PR, but, hey, I'm just happy it kind of just all came together, man. It was sick.
So if you could kind of take me back to the time of 2022, you were the part of the first ever USA sweep at a world championship where you got the bronze medal throwing a personal best over 22-20. But then you had some struggles the following years. Can you kind of take me through what that journey bouncing back from those injuries was like to get to where you are now?
So 2022, I think, was the elbow thing for some time. Yeah, because I was trying to do a lot of front squats. No, that was 23. So 23 was the elbow. 24, which was last year. So 22 was the elbow. Ended up getting a PRP. That bounced back, did pretty well later on in the year. 23 was my pec. Strained my pec pretty good. You know, couldn't really bounce back in time for Worlds. I did make the team. I threw 22-11 here in 2023. But 2024 was the low back, and that was tough. That one was worse than the elbow, worse than the pec. I was in great shape in 24. I was throwing my 18-pound really far. The indicators there were even further than I would have thrown today. That happened in May of 24. And then back injuries are just like kind of achy. You never really know what you could do. I had doubts like, man, I don't know if I can explode and get through a shot like I used to. My low back is on fire most of the time, you know. So honestly, 24 was tough. I did end up throwing 2180 here at USA's, but I felt like I had to remake my throw, which was weird. Like, I didn't know how I threw 2180 here last year at trials. And then finally, it honestly took over a year and a half for me to kind of bounce back and hone in on my throw again and hone in on my feel. Like I said, in round 5 today, I still kind of feel like I missed a shot. Round 6, I was able to finally stay patient enough to hit the shot. And this is, honestly, this started happening maybe a month ago, where I was able to like replicate throws in practice of me seeing a shot go far and me knowing what I was trying to execute and then doing what I had to do. So it's been a long time coming. The faith, I mean, there was times I was going to hang it up, you know. I'm glad I stayed the course. You can never really count yourself out if you do a sport like this. I feel like a lot of people have ran really fast or thrown really far at ages 35, you know, around there. So it's been cool, you know, just trying to keep myself in the sport, following you guys, of course, Thrower You, and seeing what Dan's got going on. And, yeah, you just kind of got to immerse yourself and have that belief that you can get back to where you've been. It's tough, but you can do it for sure.
And of course, we have a mutual, one of our closest friends, Eric Favors, who's over in Ireland right now, just won his 7th national title. I know he's cheering for you right now from across the ocean.
For sure. I see you, Eric. I see you in Tokyo, E.
One thing I wanted to bring up was this is probably the deepest shot put competition in the history of the U.S. National, and the world record holder, Ryan Krauser, wasn't even here today. So what's your take on the fact that you are not only a national champion, but you were also a national champion of the greatest shot comp in U.S. Nationals history?
Dang, I like the way you put that there. That's cool. You know, Krauser, great competitor, probably the greatest shot putter of all time. You know, you can't put it any other way. But yeah, this was a stacked comp, but that's just a testament of what this year has been, man. Like seeing Steen and Tripp throw 22 meters up in at Drake Relays, and that was in April. You know, that was a while ago. And then seeing what happened at Prefontaine a couple of weeks ago. You know, I know that was an international comp pretty much, but just seeing those marks, multiple guys from the U.S. over 22 in the same comp, and now I don't know how we're doing it. We just keep pushing the barrier, and it's great to be an American shot putter. You know, there was times I thought about switching affiliations, but I'm like, the U.S. is going to be the best spot where I can push myself week in and week out on trying to be the best shot putter I can be. You know, that's just for me personally. I'm sure everybody else can find their own motivation, but I know guys are going to be here and they're going to show up on this day. So that kind of stays in the back of my head that I have to show up when it really matters, and that's what I was able to do today. So
I see you're wearing Sorinex today. You post a lot of footage. You work there, you train there, but that's just part of your support system. I've been asking this question to all the medalists this weekend because it seems like a common theme as to how people have gotten to where they are after bouncing back from maybe trials, performances they weren't really happy with the previous year. They all said it was their support system that they leaned on to get them to where they're at here. Who's in your support system, and how have they helped you this season?
Man, my family back in Jersey, talk to them every day. My dad was probably the only one to say, oh, man, I think you're going to win or get second place this weekend. I mean, I'm sure a bunch of my friends did, but my dad said that blatantly, like, yeah, I think you're going to win or maybe get second place. And he hasn't said that to me all year. So my dad back in Jersey, you know, they definitely give me a lot of motivation. Down in South Carolina, I got a good friend group, great training group, you know, Dylan Taggart, CJ Licata. I trained with those guys all spring, all indoors, and, man, they're really some go-getters. You know, they were throwing over 20 meters indoors. Both of them threw over 20 meters. Great guys to train with. Along with that, Coach Sargent. You know, Sarge is always in my corner trying to lead me, give me, you know, good coaching cues and help me out with my programming in the weight room. And he's there day in and day out. Call him anytime. He has what, you know, my best intentions in mind. You know, Sorinex, family at Sorinex. I'm in that weight room multiple times a week. You know, Bert's a great guy, you know, very thrower friendly. So it's a good support system. I've been telling everybody back home that I'm in good shape and I'm expecting good things when I come out here. So I'm glad to bring back the gold medal. Yep.
Follow-up question, what is going to be your strategy? What's the game plan going into Tokyo?
So this is where it gets tough because I remember in 2023 I threw 22.11 here, and then right after, the next week I flew out to Europe to try and compete. And I ended up straining my pec. And today was a good day, my best day ever. So it's a little bit risky to head out overseas and try and, you know, compete just because the risk of injury is kind of heightened. This is a high level of competition for me, the highest level ever. I'm going to need a bit of a break. You know, I'm probably going to need 2 weeks to get the body back in line and, you know, iron some things out. So who knows? I might not compete until Worlds. I think that might be my best shot to stay, in good shape. But I don't know. Maybe I'll travel a little bit. We'll see.
Have you been to Tokyo before?
Never been to Tokyo. Yeah,
Is there anything you're looking forward to seeing there outside of just competing?
for sure. I mean, it's a big anime hub out there. Definitely want to go check that out.
We're very anime friendly at Throws University. Anything you're watching right now that you want to share?
Right now, not. I think Demon Slayer is gonna come back out soon, pretty soon. Finished up Naruto not too long ago, but honestly, just a little bit of Demon Slayer right now. So yeah, that's about it. Not the biggest anime fan. I watch it from time to time, but yeah, I can see the beauty in it for sure, especially an anime like Demon Slayer, just because the graphics and everything looks so clean. They put a lot of money into that show. Along with anime, I'm trying to try some Kobe beef for sure if I can. Never had that. Japanese A5 Wagyu, never had that before. Especially some ramen. I'm probably gonna eat a lot of ramen when I'm out there. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
I love it, Josh. Congratulations. Josh Awotunde, your 2025 U.S. men's shot put gold medalist. He's going to Tokyo.
Thank you guys. Yep.
Congratulations, Josh.